Hi, Danielle. I thought it might be easier if I just walked you through the steps of getting the blog set up. What you need to do is go to edublogs.org and get this blackish looking page. So notice if you just type in edublogs.org, it should pull up this site. And then you're going to go to this white box that says get a free blog. I just set up a new Gmail account for myself so I could do that. Um, but you would use you can attach it to whatever email, either your BCC email or another personal email. So you just have to set up a username and a password. You're going to need that username and password to be able to sign into your blog to do anything with it. So make sure it's something that you can remember. It has to be unique, so you may have to add some numbers to the end of it, the way you have to, these days. Um, a lot of students just use their Access BCC username. If you have concerns about privacy and you want to disguise yourself, you might not want to do that. But I'm going to try mine to see if it hasn't been used. I'm not sure whether it has or not. HPAPIS 11. And then you put a password. I'm going to use my standard password here. And then you click sign up. Then which best describes you. I'm going to pretend I'm a student here so that I can get a student look. The name already exists. Okay, so if that's the case, you need to, we'll need to change it. So I'm going to try no, that already exists. I had set up an email called HPAPA student, so let's try that one. That probably will work. Okay, so email, you want to use, it says optional, but if you need to reset a password, you'll need an email address there to be able to get at it. So I strongly encourage students to actually put in an email here. Make sure that you get the email that you type it right. So if your BCC email, mine would be hpapis11@bristolcc.edu, and I'm going to use my faculty email here that pops up. The password had already picked up from the previous screen. And then I'm just going to type this CAPTCHA thing, iced jams, and agree to the terms of service, and create a blog. That email, okay, it's not going to let me use that email because I already have my blog, so I'm going to use my HPAPA student that I just created, so nobody's used that yet. Okay. All right. This blog domain goes into the URL of your blog. I'm going to just leave it like this. If you had put your name in here um, for your username and you wanted to do something more that wasn't attached to your actual name, you could change it here. But again, it would have to be something unique. So I'm not going to mess around with trying to find something different here. Blog title is what appears at the top of the blog. It's something that you can change going forward. So a lot of times students just put something like college writing. I would suggest staying away from the writing about robots, which is the title of the course blog, because it may be hard to distinguish between your blog and the course blog if you do that. So I'm going to just say robot ramblings, and then you register and create a blog. And I'll try again. Not sure what's going on here. Crap. Let's try this again. Keen. Go. Okay. Sorry about the delay there. It's showing my password. So you want to write the password down, um, as it says here. This is the blog URL. That's what I'd like you to email to me so that I can add your name to the course blog. If you click the Go to Dashboard, it's going to take you to the dashboard. Now, the dashboard is the control panel of your blog, where you would go to add posts, to change the look of the blog, or any of that sort of thing. There are some videos showing you about how to do that that I've got posted, or that are the EduBlogs videos. But let's see, a couple things I'd like you to do. One is join a class. This is going to, there's some explanation about why I'd like people to do that. It does give me access to your dashboard, which can be helpful if you're having problems. I can get in and actually do things within your blog and then do a video like this and show you. It also lets me adjust some settings and a variety of other things. It also gives you access to all the different templates of the blog. So search for a site. You're going to write just writing about robots, all jammed together, which is the domain name of the course blog. And then I'll click search, and it will, this is going to pull up the actual blog, robots, etc. And then you send a request to join. Once I approve that request from the course blog, you'll then, I'm not going to take the time to actually do that right now, but I'll approve it, and then what that does is create a link here on your dashboard that says View Class Blog, which will let you get back and forth between your blog and the course blog. Let's see what else. Appearance, themes. This is the look of the blog, and you can see right now the outside of the blog, it says active here, is going to look like this. But you can go through, there are a bunch of different themes if you want to personalize the blog. If you notice, the other student blogs look a variety of different ways because people have added their own photos or chosen photos that they wanted to use, or picked something that really expresses their personality to some extent. So you can play around with this if you feel like it, but you may not want to initially. You might just want to go with the what they give you. So I'll show you here. It shows you, so this is the dashboard. That's the inside of the blog, your personal place to change the look of it. If you go here to visit site, that shows you what the blog looks like to somebody else. So you've got this kind of boring, plain vanilla sort of blog. So the blog title came up here, and these are the posts in the blog. To add a post to the blog, you would just go here to plus new post. You can do it from inside or outside the blog. You'd put a title here. You'd put, type in whatever text you'd want. You may want to be writing these posts in Word and then copy into the blog in case you have any internet issues. Let's see, there are some other posts that show about how to make a post and that, so I don't want to go into too much there. If you have problems going forward, look at the other videos on the site, and if you have problems, let me know. I just wanted to get to the course blog for a minute to show you a couple things. So what's going to happen is you're going to set up your blog. You're going to send me the URL here. Let me get back to the blog I set up. So if I go to visit site here, this is the URL you're going to send. So if you're on the outside of the blog, not in the dashboard, you'll have whatever you typed as the domain, .edublogs.org. That much is the URL of the blog. Now, if I get to the course blog here, you'll see that. So what I did, as students sent me their blog URL, I added it to the course blog. So you can see here are the rest of the students in the class. You can't access, you can't get into the dashboard of the course blog. Um, so what you're going to need to do for me, you need to send me the URL so I can add your name and it'll alphabetize automatically. And if you want to look around and see what other students have been writing, especially as you're catching up, you may want to look at a few memoirs from various students, so you're able to get into their course blog, and you can see she's writing about coping with loss for her memoir, and she has the sections the way the assignment asks. So some people have very short essays, but you want to look for something that's more well developed and has the sections. You can pretty much tell by looking at it. Some people had a little bit of a hard time um, following the guidelines for the memoir. The memoir assignments are here. So anyway, hopefully that gives you enough to get the blog set up. If you have any problems, send me an email. I am on the West Coast, but we certainly could chat by phone if that would be helpful. So see what you can do and let me know. I should expect to get either an email from you with the URL or an email saying you're having problems still. Don't beat your head against the wall and keep trying and getting frustrated. If you try it for a little bit and can't get it, we can, as I say, we can chat by email. And I think if we both have computers open in front of us, I'll be able to walk you through that way. But I think this, hopefully being able to actually see it will be helpful. Okay, let me know how it goes. Hope to hear from you soon.